All right, strap yourselves in because we're diving deep into the world of AI today. And let me tell you, things are moving fast.
Fast. That might be an understatement.
No kidding. We've got NVIDIA and Google, two heavy hitters, both dropping some major AI advancements, ready to break it all down.
Absolutely. I think what's got everyone buzzing is NVIDIA, a company known for, well, graphics cards.
Right, GPUs, the things that make our games look awesome.
Exactly. Now they're stepping into the ring with the software giants, going head-to-head in the language model arena.
And they're not just dipping their toes in. They've just dropped this new model, the Llama 3.1 Neotron 70B Instruct. And get this, it's not just good, it's scoring higher than some of the biggest names out there.
You're talking benchmarks, right? Those are important, but what do they really mean for the average person?
Basically, it's like a test. Higher scores mean the AI is better at understanding complex stuff, solving problems, even getting creative.
So, like, if it scores higher on the arena hard test, like NVIDIA's model did with a whopping 85.0, it means it's really good at figuring things out.
And hold on, there's more. This NVIDIA model is actually beating out GPT-4 and Claude 3.5 in several benchmarks. I mean, that's a potential shakeup in the AI landscape.
No doubt about it. And there's another thing NVIDIA is really pushing, this idea of alignment.
Alignment, what's that all about?
It means you've got an AI that doesn't just give you information, it understands what you need and delivers it in a way that's actually useful.
So it's like, if I ask for a recipe, it doesn't just spit out a list of ingredients, it tells me how to actually make the dish step by step.
Right on. And that kind of alignment is a game changer for businesses. Imagine AI that can draft emails that perfectly match each client, reports that highlight the important stuff, marketing that really hits the mark.
All without someone having to babysit it every step of the way. That's huge for efficiency.
You got it. So how did NVIDIA get to this level of alignment? They started with Meta's open source Llama 3.1 model, and then, well, they taught it.
Taught it. How do you teach an AI?
Through a technique called reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF. Basically, they showed the AI tons of different responses and told it which ones were the best, the most accurate, the most helpful. Over time, it learned to give the kind of answers people actually want.
So they took this existing model, made it smarter, and then said, hey, businesses, here you go, use it. I mean, they've got it on their build platform, and you can even get to it through an API that works with OpenAI.
And that part's crucial. OpenAI's models, like GPT-4, they're powerful, but they come with a price tag. NVIDIA is offering something comparable with free hosted inference. That could be a game changer, especially for smaller companies.
All right, so we've got NVIDIA, known for hardware, suddenly a major player in AI software. They're offering this powerful aligned model that could really shake things up. What does this mean in the long run?
Well, it's raising all sorts of questions. Are we going to see more hardware companies jumping into software? Will this lead to a more competitive AI landscape? Who knows, but it's definitely something to watch.
And speaking of a competitive landscape, let's talk about Google. They're making big waves in AI image generation with this new Image 3 model. And what's really interesting, they're offering it worldwide for free.
Free is always a good word. But what's the catch? There's always a catch, right?
Well, hold on. Let's talk about what Image 3 can actually do. We're talking different styles, different levels of detail, even text rendering. Imagine AI creating images for comic books.
That's pretty wild. So you can ask it for a photorealistic picture of, say, a mountain range at sunset, then ask for the same scene but as a Van Gogh painting, and it can handle that.
Exactly. And they're working on making the text rendering even better. But yeah, you're right. There is a catch.
What's the limitation?
You can create landscapes, objects, animals, all that cool stuff for free. But if you want to generate images of humans...
There it is, the human-shaped paywall.
You got it. You want a person walking down that street in your futuristic cityscape. You got to subscribe to their Gemini Advanced package. That's $19.99 a month.
So it's like a taste of the good stuff, then pay to unlock the full power. Clever. What else do you get with this Gemini Advanced thing?
2 terabytes of Google One storage, plus some AI features in Google Docs. It's like they're bundling all this AI goodness together.
Makes sense. So we've got two very different approaches. NVIDIA is focused on powerful models for businesses. Google's going for accessibility, trying to get everyone using Image 3.
It's a fascinating race to watch. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a closer look at how Image 3 actually works. It's got this unique one image per prompt approach, right?
Yeah, that's different. A lot of AI image generators give you a bunch of options based on your prompt. Image 3 just gives you one, but you can refine it. And the model actually remembers your previous instructions, so you can really fine-tune things.
So if I ask for a dog wearing a hat and I don't like the hat, I can just say, change the hat, and it'll keep the dog, but give me a different hat.
You got it. And even on the free version, you get unlimited downloads and high-res JPEGs. That's a big deal, especially if you're using these images for work or anything professional.
So Google's all about accessibility, ease of use, and making sure you get good quality, even if you're not paying for the extras.
That seems to be their message, yeah. And it's a smart move. AI image generation is getting more popular every day.
So we've got NVIDIA shaking things up with their language model, Google going for mass appeal with Image 3. It's a fascinating time to be following AI.
No doubt. And it begs the question, what's the future of AI? Is it about raw power, sophistication, or is it about getting these tools into everyone's hands?
That's a great question, and one we'll definitely be exploring further. But for now, let's shift gears back to NVIDIA for a moment. I want to talk about this alignment thing again and what it really means for businesses.
That's a crucial aspect of NVIDIA's approach. It's not just about building AI that can do complex things. It's about building AI that does them the way humans need them to.
Why is that so important? It seems subtle.
Because it gets to the heart of what makes AI truly valuable. Imagine a world where AI doesn't just automate tasks, but does it with an accuracy and understanding that surpasses human capabilities. That's the real power here.
So it's not about AI taking over, but about AI working with us, making us better.
Exactly. And NVIDIA's focus on alignment is a big step in that direction. It's about building AI that we can trust, that we can rely on, and that ultimately makes our lives easier and more productive.
And they're not stopping at text generation. They've just launched this NVM 1.0 family of multimodal models. These can handle both text and images. Their flagship model, the NVMD72B, has 72 billion parameters. It's a lot of brain power.
It is, and it really shows they're serious about pushing the boundaries of what AI can do. They're not content with just being a hardware company. They want to be a leader in the AI software world, too.
It's a bold move, especially with all the competition out there. You've got OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and so many others, all fighting for the top spot in this crazy fast-moving field.
It's an AI arms race, and it's just getting started.
And this isn't just some tech industry thing. These advancements are going to affect all of us, the way we work, how we talk to each other, even the way we create art and solve problems.
It's a transformative time, that's for sure. And it's crucial to stay informed and engaged as these technologies keep evolving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On that note, I think it's time we shifted our focus to how all of this is playing out in the real world. How are these tools being used right now to change the way we live and work?
That's a great question, and one we'll delve into as we continue our deep dive into the world of AI.
So we've talked about NVIDIA's powerful language model, Google's Image 3, all these advancements. But now let's get real. What does all this AI stuff actually mean for us out here in the real world?
It's one thing to talk about benchmarks and models, but the real excitement comes when we see how these tools are actually being used, right?
It's like we've got all these fancy ingredients, but what are we cooking up with them?
And the menu is massive, and it's changing all the time. We're seeing AI pop up in practically every industry you can think of.
Like healthcare, right? I've heard about AI being used to analyze medical images, stuff like X-rays and MRIs.
Oh yeah, it's helping doctors spot things that might be missed by the human eye. And even more, it's being used to create personalized treatment plans based on a patient's genes and medical history.
Wow, that's incredible. So AI is like a superpowered assistant for doctors, helping them make better decisions.
Exactly. It's not about replacing human expertise. It's about giving them tools to process information and see patterns that we just couldn't do on our own.
Okay, so we've got healthcare. What about finance? I know AI is used in trading, but what else?
Oh, tons of stuff. AI is powering algorithmic trading, making those lightning-fast decisions to buy and sell stocks. It's also being used to catch fraud and assess risk for loans.
It's like AI is becoming the ultimate financial advisor.
In a way, yeah. And it's not just about numbers either. Think about customer service. Those chatbots we all love to hate, AI is making them better too.
Oh man, those chatbots. You get stuck in those loops. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Will AI actually fix that?
It's getting there. AI-powered chatbots are getting much smarter. They can understand what you're saying, learn from past conversations, even tailor their responses to each person.
So no more getting stuck talking to a robot that just doesn't get it.
Hopefully not. And it's not just answering questions. AI can analyze customer data, figure out what they need, even offer solutions before problems come up.
That's some next-level customer service. So we've got healthcare, finance, customer service. What other areas are being transformed by AI?
Well, think about education. AI can personalize learning for each student, adapt to their strengths and weaknesses, give them targeted feedback.
So no more one-size-fits-all teaching. That's amazing.
And it can help teachers, too, automating things like grading and lesson planning, freeing them up to focus on individual student needs.
That would be a game changer for teachers. What about the creative fields? I've heard about AI writing music, creating art, even writing movie scripts. Is that for real?
Oh, absolutely. AI tools are becoming incredibly powerful in the creative world. Musicians are using it to compose melodies, artists to generate visual concepts, writers to break through writer's block.
So are we heading towards a future where AI is composing symphonies, painting masterpieces, writing blockbuster movies?
It's a fascinating question. The lines between human creativity and AI assistance are getting blurrier all the time. It raises questions about what it means to be an artist, what originality even is.
That's a deep one. But while all this sounds incredible, we can't ignore the potential downsides, right? What about jobs?
It's a valid concern. As AI gets better at automating tasks, there's a natural worry that jobs will disappear.
And not just factory jobs, right? We're talking about jobs in law, medicine, even journalism.
True. But if we look back, technological advancements have always created new opportunities, new industries we couldn't have imagined.
So it's not about jobs disappearing, but about the types of jobs changing.
Exactly. We need to adapt, learn new skills, be open to new possibilities.
So instead of being scared of AI taking our jobs, we should see it as a chance to evolve.
Right. It's about working with AI, using its strength to enhance our own, focusing on what makes us human, the creativity, critical thinking, empathy, that AI can't replicate.
It's like AI is challenging us to level up as a species.
I like that.
So we've seen AI's potential in healthcare, finance, customer service, education, even the creative world. We've talked about the challenges like jobs and the need to adapt.
But in the end, AI is a tool. It's all about how we use it.
So how do we make sure we're using AI for good, to create a better future for everyone?
That's the big question, and one we'll continue to explore as we wrap up our deep dive.
Okay, we've explored some really fascinating stuff today. NVIDIA's new language model, Google's Image 3, AI transforming industries left and right.
And I think it's safe to say AI isn't some sci-fi fantasy anymore. It's here, it's powerful, and it's changing the world as we speak.
And that brings us to the big question, the one that's probably on everyone's mind. What does this mean for us, for everyday people?
Right. How does all this AI stuff actually impact our lives, our jobs, our future?
Exactly. It can be a bit overwhelming, to be honest.
I get it. It's a lot to take in. But I think the key thing to remember is that AI, at its core, is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. It all depends on us.
So we don't need to be scared of AI taking over the world, turning us all into batteries for the Matrix.
I think we're safe from the Matrix, at least for now. The point is, we have a choice. We can focus on the potential dangers, or we can focus on how to use AI to make things better.
To solve problems, improve our lives, create a better future.
Exactly. And that starts with understanding AI, learning about its capabilities, but also its limitations.
So for our listeners out there who might be feeling a little lost, what's the most important thing they can do?
Stay curious. Don't let the complexities scare you. Explore the tools, ask questions, learn as much as you can. The more you engage with AI, the more power you have to shape its impact.
So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, try things out, experiment.
Exactly. AI isn't some distant future. It's happening right now. And the choices we make today, the actions we take, will determine what that future looks like.
And that brings me to a challenge for our listeners.
A challenge? I like it. Let's hear it.
I want you to think about one area in your life where AI can make a positive difference. Your work, your hobbies, your relationships, anything.
It could be something small, like trying a new AI app, or something bigger, like exploring how AI is changing your industry.
The point is to engage with this technology, to be a part of the conversation, to help shape the future of AI.
Because the future of AI isn't written in stone. It's being written right now by all of us.
And who knows, maybe the next big AI breakthrough will come from someone listening to this right now. That would be amazing.
It would be incredible. And it just goes to show this is just the beginning. The possibilities are endless.
So to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. We hope you learned something, maybe had your mind blown a little, and most importantly, that you're excited about the future.
Because the future of AI is bright, and it's up to all of us to make sure it's a future that benefits everyone. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep exploring. The best is yet to come.